Okay. Hello, everyone. It's me, your favorite. You know, not gonna. I'm gonna try to behave myself for this one because you never know who might run by it. Um, but and yes, it is daytime, which I said in my previous or my most recent community post as of the recording of this video that I don't like filming in the daytime. And well, now you can see why. But anyway, something occurred to me right after the sun came up because I've been awake all night. Um, you never see anybody say the things that. Okay, today is Thanksgiving, and obviously it's a holiday that where we celebrate um, the being for those of us living in the U.S. Um, we celebrate living in the U.S. and being thankful for that. However, I wanted to because I've never seen anybody do anything more on a personal level of things that they are thankful for. It's like everybody's like, oh, we got to make our sides. We got to make the turkey. We got to make this. We got to make that. We got to sit down with the family and all of that. Which is, it's good and all. Don't get me wrong. But you never hear anybody talk about the things that they are personally grateful for. So I think I'm going to try to start a trend. So I wrote down a list of things that I am personally grateful for, thankful for. Um, and I'm going to tell you what they are. And this is, from the heart. Okay? Now, we're going to start off a little crude, but then we're going to get, a little less so. Actually, a lot less so. First of all, I am thankful that my parents um, well, to put it bluntly, had sex and created me. And I will be honest about this. There was a time in my life when that very fact really annoyed me. Yeah, I didn't ask to have this world inflicted upon me, but, you know, the perspective of time has altered that viewpoint. But also, related to that, um, winning the genetic lottery when compared to many others. And of course, I'm not trying to put others down. Okay, that's the last thing I want to do. But I do recognize that there are a lot of people very less fortunate from a genetic standpoint than I am. I am truly, truly thankful to have a low genius IQ, a lot of common sense, and trust me, I've seen a lot of things that tell me that I'm not the ugliest person on the planet. I mean, I'm not the best looking either, but, you know, that's inconsequential. Um, I am thankful that my father's mother fought for custody of me after my father died. And I'm also thankful that my mother signed me over to her to raise. Granted, there are extenuating circumstances to all of that, but from my perspective, I am thankful that that happened. This is going to sound really weird, but I am actually thankful for all of the traumas that I experienced early in life that basically prepared me for all of the traumas I would have to deal with later in life. Because without those early traumas, Felix, get out of there. Felix. Son of a... Get out of there. Silly cat. What can I say? But yeah, all of the traumas that I went through in childhood, my teenage years, even early adulthood, they prepared me for what I was going to have to survive later in life, or at the very least would define whether or not I would survive later in life. And that was part of that was detailed in my first members only videos, but I'm not going to rehash that. But speaking of that, I am thankful that Rose came into my life when she did, because she truly made a man out of me. She helped define the man that I would become. Now, those of you that saw the members, the first two members only videos that I did, part 1 and part 2, or well, section 1, section, however you want to fucking call it, part on, she helped define the kind of person I would become. And also, before she died of cancer, she told me that when the time was right, she would send me someone. And she did, and she dropped some major clues to help me figure it out. She sent me Katina. Now, those of you that have watched my live streams have seen her, and y'all know that, you know, Katina is my wife, my second wife, but she's still my wife. And honestly, I am thankful to have her in my life, because without Katina, I would be homeless or dead or both. So I have Katina to thank for keeping me alive this long and helping me rebuild a bridge that with another family member, my aunt, whom I blew up as of now decades ago. Katina was the instrument. She was the catalyst for laying the foundation to rebuilding that bridge. And I am very, very thankful for that. I am thankful for Dennis and Michael. You've seen Michael in the chat, Clean Marine. They are my brothers from different mothers, if you understand my meaning. We have had such good times together. We've never had an argument between us. We can pick on each other as much as we want it, and we all know that it's all in fun. I haven't seen Dennis in quite a while. He has stopped into Credence and Mikey's um, live chat here and there, but it's been a long time. I really should call him just to make sure he's still doing okay. I'm also thankful for my blood siblings, all three of them, two on my mother's side, one on my father's side. Um, the one on my father's side, the one that's in prison, well, yeah, he taught me some life lessons that, well, number one, I would not fare well in jail or prison, which is what kind of keeps me from doing anything dumb enough to get arrested. My older brother and sister on my mother's side taught me a lot about the kind of person our mother was. And, again, these are like life lessons that I would have never found out any other way. Stepping forward in time a bit, I am thankful for Credence and Mikey, the community that they have built that has so accepted me as one of their own, and for all of the help that those guys have given to me over the last almost 2 years now. I said it during the roast, and this will probably be the last time I mention it. Well, maybe not. Who knows? But I'm very thankful for those guys and what they've done for me. And on a related note, I have to also say that I am thankful for Cliff Beats for inspiring me to start live streaming in the first place. Yes, what I'm doing has evolved and continues to evolve as it should, because I'm finding my niche in this whole YouTube thing. But it's not just Cliff Beats and Credence and Mikey, it's the entire community around which everything has been built. Because I've gotten so much support from everybody that it's still a little unbelievable to me. Out of that community, there's one person in particular that I am also thankful for, and that's Carla Beltane. She has been an amazing gift. Really, she has. She's been an amazing gift. Not to diminish anybody else, but Carla does a lot of work behind the scenes with me and my YouTube channel, and even as just a friend and confidant, that somebody I can talk to about basically anything, and she'll give me an honest opinion. And that's not to suggest that anybody else won't, but she does a lot behind the scenes for me. She makes the thumbnails that I use. She offers me suggestions. I can bounce ideas off of her, and she has a very, very similar sense of humor to me, which is something, it's one thing, Katina, she has a good sense of humor, but she's not as twisted as I am. And I don't know whether that's for better or for worse, but it is the truth. But Carla has been absolutely instrumental in helping me to achieve the success that I have currently going. And I'm trying to return the favor. And also, that also goes back to Credence and Mikey also, because those guys are an excellent example of how you treat other people. They don't treat what we all do as a competition. It's a community. We don't try to stomp one another down to preserve our spot. They reach out. They help they help elevate somebody else. And that's what they've done for me, and so has Kitchen Court Chats, KTZ, KFAR, Colin, and I know I'm forgetting some other channel names. I'm sorry if I did forget anyone. But yeah, I mean, everybody treats each other as a community. It's not a competition. None of us sees it that way. So, whatever we can do to help one another out, we do. And that's the kind of example that mankind needs as a whole, as a species. We need that. We truly, truly need that. Where we help one another up rather than try to destroy one another for our own gain. And that's how I'm treating this whole thing. If I can help someone else out, I'm more than willing to do it. If, like I've seen happen before, if they turn around and shit on you, well, then that's their problem, and you just, move on and help out the next person that you possibly can. So, I don't focus on negativity. I do consider myself an agent of karma, which will be in the upcoming, as of this recording, the upcoming members only. But that's designed to make y'all laugh, which I hope it does. But anyway, pardon. Anyway, it is now. Shit, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I got things I gotta do. But and yes, I've been up all night. But anyway, I wanted to list, some of the things that I am personally thankful for. I haven't lived the best life, but I'm way more blessed than many. So I consider that, well, a blessing, really. So if you're watching this, instead of just being thankful for, the pilgrims coming here and wiping out the Indians and yada yada, Native Americans, excuse me, I'm going to get canceled for saying that. Not that I care. You can't cancel somebody that doesn't give a shit. Let's put it that way. Anyway, try to make a list of some of the things that you can think of off of the top of your head that you are personally thankful for in your own life that affects you directly. All right? If you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, feel free to drop those in the comments below. Y'all know I don't beg for likes, comments, subscribers, yada yada yada. I don't do that. However, if you want to post the things that you're thankful for on this Thanksgiving 2025, and it doesn't matter when you see this, when you stumble across it, if you got notifications on or anything like that, it doesn't matter. Just go ahead and drop it. If I'm still alive, I'll read it. That's how I roll. Anyway, again, this is a pre-recorded one. I'll put it up as a premiere for probably 2 hours from now or so, about 11 a.m., 11:30. I don't know. We'll see. I got to see who else is doing what when. But yeah, I will. This will be premiering on this Thanksgiving 2025 as early as I can. But I got a couple things I got to go do before that happens because I would like to be here to be in the chat in case anybody's got something to say. But anyway, all y'all take care, and I will see you next time.